And there's a new statewide computer requirement for high schoolers beginning this year. And get this, if you do not meet that requirement, you can't graduate. Our Zach Tucker joining us now live from Lexington Senior High School. So, Zach, break it on down for us, please.
Well, Mike, all students that are entering the 9th grade will now be required to take a computer science course in order to graduate, and those classes will vary from state to state. I spoke with one student who's now using a virtual reality project to help others take interest.
Not only is it just such a fun platform to use and play with, it can be such an impactful platform.
Lennox French is a senior at Lexington Senior High School. He participates in the Sparklab at the school after becoming interested in virtual reality game development a few years ago.
You start out with the floor, and then you're like, oh, this kind of looks weird, like I don't really like it, and then you do the walls and you're like, okay, now we're getting somewhere, and then you keep going and going and going, and you're like, wow. Like once you're done, it's just like, it's kind of like a look how far we've come kind of thing.
Lennox is one of more than 40 participants in Lexington's program this semester. Students learn about a variety of topics including coding, cybersecurity, and game design. Sparklab leader Garland Beamer says the initiative is becoming more popular statewide, growing from 17 total labs in 2023 to more than 30 this year.
The whole idea of Spark NC is to ignite futures in tech and to allow students who usually wouldn't have the opportunity to get their hands on technology that opportunity.
And that's what the state wants to see with this new requirement: kids creating and contributing to the digital economy, not just consuming content. They want students to learn about how computers, networks, and the internet work, to learn data and analysis, as well as programming and creating algorithms.
They're at least able to kind of experience the world of technology before they start applying for jobs, because most jobs nowadays do require some sort of technology piece, no matter what it is.
Lennox is now using his experience to teach his peers.
It's not just a brick that you put on your face and it shows like cool pictures or whatever. It's like it can like genuinely change the world if you just like give it a chance, right?
The North Carolina Department of Public Instruction selected his Creating Digital Spaces in VR project to become available to all students on Spark NC's statewide platform, the first in Spark NC history.
Now, the rollout process is in the early stages, and Lennox is currently working with the state to meet some of the computer standards. The plan is to eventually test this with other Spark Labs before officially launching this next year. Mike?
That looks like some brilliant and creative kids are, Zach. And sounds like a pretty cool assignment. So how did he come up with it?
Well, Beamer, who runs the lab, tells me that this actually started as a pretty fun conversation. He challenged Lennox to create a virtual Spark Lab after he created his own taco simulator where, get this, you can flip your own tortillas and even cook food on the grill.
All right. Well, sounds like a pretty cool assignment and a tasty assignment. I'm sure a lot of folks had their hands up to try to, test it out. Zach, thanks so much.